Seminoles ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Virginia's offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
They go play action with Holstein. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's very early in the college football season. This coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Knocked off his feet.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Seminoles offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Trying play action. Pressure coming. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
To the air. It's Daniels. Snagged out of the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Holds and fires complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. And the defense drags him down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Third and 6 yards to go. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That's caught. It's Martin. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Throwing, Holstein. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Flores. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
To the air, it's Holstein. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability, with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they can have an explosive offense, get that side of the ball taken care of again. A long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Cavaliers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carter. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. RPO complete to open the drive. powers through. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Gives it on the option. There's some room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, better look out! Turning it on! Runs it into the house! Touchdown, Florida State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll try the left side. Powers through the defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking 1 tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Takes it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers?
Makes the grab in their space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Daniels. Fires left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. Holstein to the air again. It's complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Wild. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I love when quarterbacks do that. When you go back to the guy that made a mistake earlier in the game. Earlier we saw that receiver fumble. Right away the quarterback throws him the football. Don't worry about it. I got you. We need you to win this game. And that's going to help this receiver's confidence and his mojo moving forward. Really good job there by the QB.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Under fire. Working the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. How will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He might want another play. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Lopez. And tackled there by the defense. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Virginia will call its first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Holstein. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give. Nice move there. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Holstein trying to be heard above the fray. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. FSU calling its second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range, they go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incomplete.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. Here's Holstein to throw. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Cavaliers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Holstein from the gun on 3rd down. He's got an open man.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Eli Holstein to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Bulldogs on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Cavaliers will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, Florida State's head coach told me at the half, this is exactly what he expected from 2 undefeated teams, very closely matched opponents, and that's exactly how it played out in the 1st half. But he believes his team is better, and they can make some noise here to start the 2nd half. I'll let you know on how things are developing here on his sideline as the game goes on. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes it past the marker. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. the RPO complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Balls and fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Holstein. Fires downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Finding some room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Seminoles are marching down the field. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. They're working that left side. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown Seminoles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. Here he comes with the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throwing, Holstein. Finds his big tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He goes right back to the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. What a grab with one hand. Two-hand catches are preferable, not always necessary. Sticking the big mitt up there and hauling it in.
And how about the play by the tight end, bailing his QB out? Because that was not a perfect throw, but he just stuck out that big paw and reeled it in.
They've got the screen set up. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. And here comes the offense on second down. He's got it again. Finding open areas. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. inside. It's Lewis. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Reads it, fires complete. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. Great move. Now he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The give out of the gun. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Give to the running back. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Red pass hits complete. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king.
Touchdown, Noles! They move on top here in the fourth. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be brought down. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Holstein fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. There is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Guys?
All right, Holly. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready.
Rides to back and leaves it. There's a crease. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Virginia will call its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll give it to him again. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their second. They'll have one left. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Timeout on the field. The Cavaliers have taken their final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Picks up the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He is in. Touchdown, Florida State. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Running inside. It's Lewis. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Cavaliers are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Keeps looking downfield. And he slides down, and he got just enough to pick up the first down. They get to the line quickly.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on second down.
And the linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Heaves it on the run. Caught. And he scores! Touchdown, Cavaliers! The Cavaliers come right back with an answer.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and, David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right...
There he goes. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Seminoles back in the lead.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this two-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. That's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in the...
He's going for the big play. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Breaks loose. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Here's the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's